Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle from Picks and Parlays, and we're back with another Ballin' It Out. We had a really rough day the first day of the show. We're still waiting on the results from the Denver Nuggets game, but it was not pretty and one of my worst NBA days of the season. I think besides the Dallas Mavericks, I absolutely just got wrecked. But we're looking for a little bit of a bounce back spot today. We do have 7 games to go over, including one in Mexico. So that should be interesting to see. But if you guys are interested in my 1 week pass, I'm still number one on the site. ESB this season is 134 and 115, up 21.96 units in the NBA this year. So we are still having a really good season. If you guys are interested in grabbing the week pass, it's only $70 for an NBA all exclusive. Picksandparlays.net/Tim to go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and jump into the first game. We'll go ahead and look at the Washington Wizards and the LA Clippers. Clippers are 7.5-point favorites. 220 and a hook is the total. The Washington Wizards are really, really struggling lately. They are 1-9 their last 10. They've missed covering in 6 out of their last 7. On the opposite side, you get the Clippers, who have covered in 4 out of their last 5. Although we do lean towards the Clippers, I am going to go under in this game because when I look at early games, and this one is at 4 o'clock p.m. or in LA, it's a 1 o'clock game. The early games normally tank towards the under, and therefore I think 220 is just going to be a little bit too much. I don't think we're going to even see Washington hit 100, so maybe even a Washington Wizards team total under could be a good spot for it. With still no Bradley Beal and still no Kristaps Porzingis, it's definitely going to hurt them. I think this one goes under with the lean towards the Clippers. Heat and the Spurs will be up next, and the Spurs have actually played a little bit better as of late because they've won a couple of games. They won 3 games in a row before losing by 16 to the Portland Trailblazers. They are 5.5-point dogs against Miami. Miami has been just scrapping along. They've covered in 1 out of their last 7 games, so a little bit rough. But this one is in Mexico City, so it's in a neutral site. Notice how I put the versus instead of at before the Spurs. And normally with neutral sites, we get unders. And I think that the San Antonio Spurs are going to struggle. Plus, we've seen the Miami Heat play pretty good defense this year. And not to mention Miami Heat, 108 points a game this year. Not a strong offensive team and a top 5 defense this year in terms of points per game. Under, I think they keep the Spurs to under 100 as well. So under for the second game of the day. The Portland Trailblazers are heading to Houston for the next game. The Trailblazers are 4-point favorites, a total of 228.5 in this game. And we've seen some good stuff from this Houston team lately. They've covered in 3 straight games and 4 out of their last 5. And they're a home dog. Not to mention, Portland is coming off of a second leg of a back-to-back because they are currently, as I'm recording this video, playing against the Dallas Mavericks. That game is pretty much wrapping up. Dallas up 128-105 as I'm recording this. And when it comes to it, I get a home dog against a team on a second leg of a back-to-back. Yep, go ahead, give me the Rockets. I'll take them plus the 4 points. Really strong spot there. So for Portland and Houston, we're going to go ahead and take the points with the Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies and the Thunder are going to go at it. The Grizzlies are 7-point favorites in this one with a total of 231. I do have a best bet on the side in this one, so the total will be the play. We're going to go over the 231.5. The Grizzlies have been just a high-paced team lately, and Orlando's going to be able to run with them. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game, so I'm going to go ahead and take over the 231 between Memphis and Portland, both of them. Memphis, at least, is a high-scoring team, 6th highest scoring team in the league, and their defense is a top 10, but I do think that they'll be able to let up some points against Oklahoma City over the 231.5. 3 games left as the Dallas Mavericks, who are currently playing right now, head up to Cleveland to play against the Cavaliers. Cavaliers are 4-point favorites. 213 is the total. Cavs coming off of a 6-point win tonight versus the Indiana Pacers. They did not cover their spread. Dallas coming off of a blowout win against Portland as well. But we still got to look at it. The Cavaliers are now 13-2 at home. I'm going to go ahead and jump on them minus the 4 points. I back Cleveland at home, and not to mention we get to fade the Dallas Mavericks on the road, who are 3-9 on the road this year. Going to go ahead and keep fading them there. We're taking the Cavaliers. Jazz and the Bucks are going to go at it. The Bucks are 5.5-point favorites. 228 is the total in this game. And the line has dropped a little bit because it opened up at 6.5 down to 5.5. I don't care. I'm going after the Bucks. The Bucks are another team that are very, very strong at home this year. 13-3 and 11-5 against the spread at home against a Jazz team that, yes, we normally trust them as a dog, but not on the road. On the road, they are 6-9 this year, and I think the Bucks will be able to take advantage of that, especially after what we saw from the last game with the Bucks, losing by 41 points to the Grizzlies. That's not going to happen again. Bucks are going to Bucks in a rout for this one. We'll head to the final game of the night. The Pelicans and the Suns are going at it. The Suns are 4-point favorites. 228 is the total in this game, and I'm going over. I think it's going to be a higher paced game. We've seen. I know we've seen a little bit more defensive games from Phoenix lately. I expect New Orleans to control the pace of this game. They are the 4th highest scoring team in the NBA this year, and they allow about 111 points a game. We get the 4th highest scoring offense and the 9th highest scoring offense. I think we're going to get a higher scoring game out west to finish off the night. We're going to take the over 228.5 between the Pelicans and the Suns. Once again, if you guys are interested in my best bet and all the other picks that are up on the site, make sure you guys check out the week pass, picksandparlays.net/Earle. Only $70 for the NBA pack. We're doing really well in the NBA this year, 134 and 115, and we're still pending on the Denver Nuggets play from tonight. But that is our current record, and that is Ballin' Out with Tim Earle. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Until next time, let's make some money. Let's cash some bets in the NBA. Good luck, everybody.